Namaste, Ron. This is your yoga class. So, Sphere 2 is here graciously um, performing the postures today. Okay, so just get into your comfortable seat, comfortable cross leg seat, and we'll start with our breathing. So, eyes are closed, shoulders are directly over the hips, and the heart is lifting up. So the spine is long and tall, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed, long and deep breathing through the nose into the belly. Feel the belly and rib cage expand on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. And just allowing yourself to come into the space, into the present moment. No thoughts of past, no thoughts of future. Simply be here now. And then we'll begin a rhythmic breathing, slowing the breath down to 3 breaths per minute. So inhale as you count 5 seconds. Hold the breath in for 5 seconds. Exhale 5 seconds. Hold the breath out for 5 seconds. So it's a square breath. 5, inhale, 5, holding in, 5, exhale, 5, holding the breath out, and repeat. Concentrating fully and completely on the breathing and the counting. When the breath wanders, the mind is also unsteady. But when the breath is calmed, the mind too will be still, and the yogi achieves a long life. Therefore, one should learn to control the breath. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Continuing a few more rounds of your rhythmic breathing. This is the practice of pranayama. Prana meaning life force, ahyam meaning extension. So literally life force extension, longevity, health and wellness and wholeness. So completing your final round of rhythmic breathing and just returning to long, deep breathing from there. And then placing your hands on your knees. On your next exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. And then inhale, lift, arch the back, looking up, and just back and forth, arching and rounding the back, moving with breath, just fully concentrating on the breath itself and the sensations in the body as you move. Bringing a rhythm, a fluid motion. Just beginning to find a little more range of motion in the movement as you go. And then coming back to center, and then just start to go in circles with the spine, like you're stirring a large bowl of batter, massaging the internal organs. Stimulating the digestive fire. Really want to keep our digestive system very healthy, strong. And then go in the other direction with your circles. And this is called Sufi grind. So think of the whirling dervishes, the mystics of Turkey, and their beautiful spinning dance. So Sufi grind. And then coming back to center. And then just place your hands on the floor in front of you. Just take a little bit of a forward bend, just as far as your hips and back will allow. You might lean forward just a little. Again, listening to your body. And then slowly coming up. And then just bring your hands to the floor behind you. And just leaning back into the hands. You lift the heart up, open the shoulders, open the chest. Long, full, and deep breath. Expand on the inhale and contract on the exhale. Fully empty your lungs with each exhale. And then release. And then you'll come to lie on your back. So just lie on your back and reach the arms overhead, lengthening from the fingers to the toes. And on your next exhale, hug the right knee in and bring the head toward the knee. And then inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, hug the other leg. And just like that, alternating back and forth. Inhale as you lengthen. And exhale as you hug the knee in, always linking the breath and the movement together. Rhythmically moving and breathing. And then next time you come down, just release, rest your arms along the sides. And then lifting the right leg up. And then on the exhale, just bring the leg right back down. Inhale, lift the other leg up. Exhale, back down, back and forth. Moving with breath. Inhale up, exhale down. And just continuing to allow yourself to be in a really deep meditative space. And then release. And then bending your knees, bring your feet about hips width apart so your feet are resting on the floor. Yeah, and preparing for bridge pose. So as you press your feet into the floor, lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Lift the hips up. And you can keep your arms just resting, or you could walk your shoulders in and maybe at some point clasp the fingers together behind the back. But otherwise, just letting the arms rest at the sides. Opening the front body and strengthening the back body. And then slowly lower your spine, roll it back down. Just sway your knees from side to side. Massage your low back a little bit. A nice fluidity in the hips. Keeping the hip joints very fluid, strong and flexible. And then back to center. So we're going to do bridge again. So we're going to do it a total of 3 times. So again, one more time, lifting up, pressing your feet evenly into the floor, pressing into the 4 corners. Breathing long and deep, slightly tucking your chin, really get some nice length in the back of the neck. And release, roll the spine back down, sway the knees from side to side. And one more time, coming back to center, again coming into Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Breath is long, deep, and expansive. The mind is peaceful and focused on your yoga practice. And release, lower it down. And now take your right foot to the top of the left knee. So now you could have that bottom foot on a block, or you could reach around and grab around the back of the leg and pull it in toward you. And let the head rest on the floor. And so for you, Ron, what you might want to do is instead of grabbing the leg, you'll you'll elevate your foot and you'll rest it on to the block. Start to get into that hip and you open it up. Give yourself that support. You could use 1 or 2 blocks. Okay. So 2 blocks will be a little more of a stretch. Breathing into the hip. Okay, and then you'll release and switch sides. Taking the other foot to the top of the knee. And again, maybe take your block or blocks to lift the foot up, to open. And keep checking in with the breath. Is it long and deep and expansive? And finally release and set your blocks off to the side. Now you'll grab your strap. Okay. And then you'll take the strap around the bottom of the right foot and lifting your leg up using the support of the strap. Flexing the foot, pressing the heel up toward the ceiling. Very good. Feel the belly and the rib cage and the lungs expand on the inhale. Contracting on the exhale. Feeling peaceful, still. And then holding onto the strap with just the right hand, you're going to just open the leg out to the right side. Keep pressing out through the heel. And try to keep the opposite hip grounding down a little bit. Usually this is where I'll place my hand on your hip and then my other hand to deepen the stretch a little bit. So just imagine that I'm adjusting you just like that. Until next time. Great. And then bring the leg back to center, grabbing the strap with the other hand, and just let the right arm relax on the floor. And then crossing the leg over. Again, try to keep the opposite shoulder down. Really nice, deep twist. Also stretching the hip. Do your best as always. And then bring the leg back to center and release. Other side, take the strap around the left foot. Pressing up through the heel. And maybe slide the strap a little further up the foot, more toward the ball of the foot. And so you can kind of pull and just really get a nice deep pull on the foot. Nice length in the back of your neck, tucking your chin. And then you'll drop the leg out to the side, opening, releasing the inner thigh, releasing the groin. Breath long, deep, and expansive. And I have the crackling fireplace video on for you. And back to center. Grab the strap with the other hand. And cross it over. Try to keep the opposite shoulder down. Concentrating on the breath. And bringing it back to center and release. Okay. So now hug your knees into the chest. And then bring the soles of your feet together. As you open your knees and you grab around the outer edge of the feet, or you can even grab around the shin. Just get a really nice deep opening and rotation in the hip. And then again, hug both knees into the chest. And then you're going to rock up to seated. Come to hands and knees. And then we'll come into balancing cat. So from hands and knees, hands right below the shoulders, knees right below the hips. You'll extend your right leg just so that it comes parallel to the floor. Pull your belly button in toward the spine just to really keep your core engaged. And then extend the left arm. So the opposite leg and arm. Reaching out through the fingers and toes. Strengthening and lengthening, and release to switch sides. Extend the left leg and the right arm. Long, deep breathing, balancing, concentrating. And release. And And then round the back on your next exhale. Reaching the spine up toward the ceiling on the inhale, arch the back, press the belly button down toward the floor. And then return to neutral spine and we'll come into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under and reach the hips up toward the ceiling. You can have the knees bent as much as you need to, and eventually get the legs a little more straight as you will start to press the heels down toward the floor, maybe bicycle pedal your heels. And you can come back down now to child's pose. Bring the knees to the floor. Just take a little rest. And so as usual, we'll do 3 down dogs, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So again, coming up, downward facing dog. Breath is long and deep. And again, you'll take a rest. Whenever you need to, you'll come down into child's pose. And let the top of your feet come flat and really open the back. Take as long as you need. And again, you'll come up into downward facing dog. And then you can take another child's pose, take a little rest. Again, so you'll take your time with this, working with it, but just do 3, in other words. So the way we do 3 of our bridge, we'll do 3 downward facing dog. And then we'll come up, we're going to come all the way up to standing. Good, so standing right in the center of your mat, extend your arms and step or jump your feet as wide apart as your hands. Nice wide stance. Turn the right foot out. And then bend the right knee and come right into Warrior 2. Warrior 2. And you want to have your shoulders right over your hips. So you've got that nice great alignment. Good. Breath is long and deep. And then straighten the bent leg. And on the exhale, you're going to come into triangle pose. You bring that right hand to the floor or to your shin or to your block. Okay. And then you'll come up again. You'll take another Warrior 2. So you're going to do that sequence as well 3 times. Take a few nice long deep breaths. And again, come into your triangle pose. Reaching and expanding in all directions. And again, coming up one more time into Warrior 2. And again, triangle pose. One last time on this side. How you doing, Skier? Good. And then coming all the way up and switch sides. So turn the right foot in, turn the left foot out, bend the knee, and just bringing the knee right over the ankle. Then straighten the leg, and on the exhale, coming into your triangle pose. Bring the hand to the floor or the foot or a block or your shin, wherever it is for you today. Changes from day to day, no doubt. And then coming back up and again, bend the knee, warrior two. So 3 times. Again, straighten the leg. Exhale in to your triangle pose. And one more time, coming up. Warrior two. And one more triangle pose. And then coming all the way back up. Okay, so now you're going to bring your feet parallel. So we're going to do our wide leg forward bend. So if you want to put the bolster in front, if you like. Now, also have your strap. So you can grab your strap behind your back with both hands. Okay. And we're going to do this a couple of times. So if you want to do the shoulder opener in one of them or in all 3 of them or 2 of them, that's up to you. So this is the first one that we'll do. So inhale as you lift the heart up, lengthen the spine, arch back a little bit. And on the exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips, reaching and lifting the arms up and away from the back. Tuning in again and again to the breath. And coming up all the way back. And you can roll your spine up, or if you're very strong, you can straight back up. That's up to you. Okay, so you'll do that 2 more times. So Sphere, you go ahead at your leisure. You know, try to take at least 5 long, deep breaths in the posture. Into your wide leg forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana. Then you come up again, roll the spine up or straight back up. Okay. And then one last time. And again, the shoulder opener, you know, you could do it every time or you could do it just once. So, but at least once for that, really nice. Releasing all of that tension from the shoulders and the upper back. And then coming up, all the way up, and release. And then step or jump your feet together. And then we'll take a tree pose. So shifting your weight into the right foot. And if you need to stand near the wall, you know, if you need a little balancing help, that's up to you. So you're going to bring the foot to the inside of the standing leg and above or below the knee. So as Sphere is demonstrating a little bit more of an advanced version of tree pose, Vrikshasana. Okay. So he's demonstrating that. And you can also just bring the heel onto the leg and even keep, you know, to keep your toes on the floor and bring just the right heel to the inside of the left shin and pull your belly button in so you're really sturdy, steady, and engaged, balancing on the foot. breathing and concentrating, finding one point to focus your attention. And then release. And you'll switch sides, shifting your weight to the other foot. And bring the foot to the inside of the shin. And you can have it low on the leg. You can even have your toes on the floor if you like. So you just don't want the foot on the knee. Finding your balance, engaging your core. Again, feel free to be near the wall. You know, if you need a little extra support. So the wall is just another prop that we can use. Breathing, concentrating, balancing, do your best. And release. And maybe shake it out a little bit. Okay. Then inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale as you fold forward into standing forward bend. And for you, Ron, maybe you'll want to have your bolster right in front of you because we're going to do our Pavrita Uttanasana or our twisting forward bend. So you're going to walk your hands over toward the right foot. So you can have the left hand on the foot or have the left hand on your bolster. And then reaching the right arm up. And so the right leg is straight and the left knee is bent as you twist. Good. Pavrita Uttanasana, twisting forward bend. And on the next exhale, release and walking the hands over toward the left foot. Hand can be on the bolster or on the foot. Left leg straight, right knee bent, reaching the arm up. Good. And release. And from here, we're going to come to seated. So you can go ahead and sit on the floor. So I'm going to fix the computer here. Okay. And now you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. And just let your knees open. Let your hips open. And you can hinge forward at the hips and maybe lean forward a little bit. And then slowly coming up and extend your legs straight. And you'll take your good and extend the legs, and maybe you'll take your strap around your feet. Yeah. So take your strap around your feet and just holding on to the strap, lifting the heart up, pressing out through the heels. And then on your next exhale, you can start to fold forward a little bit. You can walk your hands up the strap, you know, more closer toward the feet, just as far as your back body will allow. Just letting go a little more and more with every exhale. Releasing and letting go. And so now you'll come up and you're going to take your bolster here. I'm going to put this behind Sphere's back. So just bring the short edge of the bolster. Yeah. And you can release your strap. And you'll just come to lie back. So get your get your bolster where it feels right. Come to lie back. Maybe you can even take another rolled blanket or a pillow and put it under your head. If your head needs a little support, that's a really nice way to work with it. And just letting the heart open, shoulders opening, and just letting your weight sink in to the bolster a little more and more with every exhale. Release, relax, rejuvenate. Simply feeling a floating sensation, floating, feeling as if the limbs are gently bobbing up and down with the gentle current, the cosmic water floating, letting go, releasing. And if you like, Ron, you could stay here for a few more moments on your bolster with your supported back bend, or you can bend your knees and then just roll off to the right. Just roll off of your bolster, slide your bolster off to the side, and then lie on your back. And that's Shavasana, a deep relaxation pose. Just continuing that effortless floating sensation. I'm going to hit my gong a couple of times. And hopefully the sound comes through. It's definitely better in person, but yeah. And beginning to bring the awareness back into the body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Reaching the arms overhead. Take a nice long stretch from the fingers to the toes. And on the next exhale, hug the knees into the chest. And roll to your right side. And then press on up from there. And just taking the last moment or two for just a quiet, witnessing, observation, witnessing and observing any sensations in the body. The spine is long, tall, and upright. Bring the hands into the heart center. Namaste. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings be happy and free. Thank you, Ron. I hope you enjoyed your video. Thank you to Sphere for so beautifully demonstrating the yoga postures. Great. So I will see you next time.